Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back. I apologize for being, excuse me, gone for so long, due to the holidays and everything and finishing up classes and stuff. I didn't really have a lot of time to stream. But now with classes with classes being done, I now have, no longer the pressures of my finals and stuff. Hey Josie. So I figured kind of to ease back in because I also haven't really been playing Magic a lot lately. Um, like I said, with finals and stuff, it's just schedule has just been kind of crazy. So, um, plus Cyberpunk 2077 came out, so my time was kind of preoccupied with that. But anyway, so now we are back. So today what we have is a variant of the um, colorless ramp deck that I play a lot in Historic. We're dubbing this Mono Green Tron. Obviously, in Historic, the Tron lands don't exist, but the premise of this deck is same as the Tron deck, which is to ramp into our large threats. So obviously, instead of having Tron lands, what we have to use instead are either mana rocks or mana dorks, or things that put extra lands into play. So what we have here are Llanowar Elves. You can tap it to add a green mana. We have Arboreal Grazer, where when it enters the battlefield, you can put a land into play. Um, Tangled Florahedron, which is one of those modal cards, which can either be a creature that is a 2/1 that adds a mana, or can be a land if you need it for a land. But most of the time, we probably would want to cast this as a mana dork and not really play it as a land. Mind Stones cultivates to also add additional lands into play. Solemn Simulacrum also works to put more basics into play, as well as when it dies, you can draw a card. Karn the Great Creator, a staple for most colorless decks. We can grab pretty much, well, not pretty much, we can grab every card from our sideboard. Well, it looks like the Great Henge wouldn't be grabbable, if you want to call it, if that's the word you want to use. Karn does get artifacts, and the Great Henge, although being green, is an artifact, so you can get it with Karn the Great Creator. Nissa, a wonderful ramp card, as well as just a great threat to deploy. The other Nissa from Kaladesh slash Aether Revolt also works as a threat. Can return some of your larger threats with its minus, and then its pseudo ultimate, which can be activated within 2 turns. Um, yeah, 2 turns. Um, Allows you to draw cards whenever you put a land into play. The other at the full top end, we have, well, I guess still kind of in the middle. We have Ugin the Ineffable. All your colorless spells cost 2 less. Not super critical for this deck as it is for the colorless ramp deck. But it is just another threat to deploy. It can create creatures. It can also destroy your opponent's threats. And then, typical with the Tron deck in Modern, we have Ugin the Spirit Dragon and Ulamog the Ceaseless Hunger as our main threats. Turn Timber Symbiosis can put some of our creatures into play. If you're lucky enough to get an Ulamog, that is also sick. Um, but most of the time, it's going to be putting in probably some of our lesser creatures, but still being able to put counters on them, or even just putting a Solemn into play isn't really the worst thing. Not super sure about this turn Timber Symbiosis, but I figured I'd give it a shot. Sideboard has a whole bunch of mismatches of, well, in this case, 2 Grafdigger's Cages, but then has a bunch of other one-ofs: Shadow Spear, Spyglass, Skyclave Relic, Spark Hunter Mastercore, Lithoform Engine. Um, just a splash of one-ofs. The um, historic format or meta seems to be heavily with the 4-color or Sultai Uro deck, Goblins, and the Rakdos or Jund Sacrifice deck, whichever way you kind of want to go with it. So we'll see how this goes. Like I said, not trying to play a super convoluted deck to kind of get. We're going to play kind of a more easier deck to kind of get ourselves back into Magic, so traditional horror, historic rank. So, yep. So we're going to take this deck through 5 matches, and we will see how it goes. I would like to take the play. Yeah, this hand's good. Cultivate on 2 isn't terrible if our opponent doesn't kill this Llanowar Elf. If they're playing the same deck as me, I'm going to be very concerned. Not quite the same deck. Okay. We're gonna cultivate. Forest. We'll have the ability to Nissa next turn. Another Grazer, sure. Grazers are a nice blocker for... Obviously blocks with the Grazer because there's no reason why not to block. I could Mind Stone here. Which I think we're going to do. If our opponent goes in this next turn, I wouldn't have blocked with the Forest anyway. So yeah, so now he's going to swing at Nissa, that's fine. That's also a really good draw. We're going to Ugin. I'm going to minus there. Take action. Gonna get a forest. Yep. Okay. So, some kind of Simic Rampy deck. Obviously, one of the great things about having Karn is that you don't really ever have to sideboard. Unless you really need those Gravedigger's cages. I'm pretty sure if our opponent is playing Simic, they're probably playing Uro, unless Uro got banned while I wasn't playing Magic. Which I don't think happened, but, you know, you never know. So I could bring in the cage. I could have brought in the cages, but they don't seem super necessary. Probably playing like the Simic variant of our deck is kind of what it looks like. So, but maybe without the Karns, because they're taking some time to sideboard. So I guess they're probably not playing Karn in their deck. Yeah, this hand's playable. Hand just got even better. Put Karn's Bastion into play. So now we go Forest, Cultivate. Growth Spirals, whatever. Fabled Passage. They may have a counterspell for us. They want to counter Solemn Simulacrum, that's fine. Main phase Growth Spiral. Sure. Nissa who shakes the world. Well, we don't want a Nissa yet. We're gonna Karn. And if he counters Karn, so whatever. If he has Mystical Dispute, then obviously we have the mana to deal with that. Now the only downside is now I guess we're gonna downtick. Guess we're gonna get Meteor Golem. we're just gonna... I guess I could have swung in with the Simulacrum. I had the Upper Rogue Razor who was all blocked, so I guess that was unnecessary. I could have swung in with the Simulacrum. On the other plus side, Ugin doesn't really do much either. Well, he also can't Ugin yet. He is 1 mana short. What you got, opponent? So he's Crasising, keeping up manas. Interesting. I guess we're gonna downtick. Probably shouldn't have put Mystic Forge in this deck. There aren't a whole bunch of colorless cards. So I don't know if Mystic Forge was actually that smart. I guess we get Godfrey statue. We're not gonna statue quite yet though. Oh my god, the next card would have been... Of course it would have. We definitely don't want a Nissa yet. The next turn we won't really care about Mystical Dispute. We'll have a lot of mana. I also don't care about Nissa, so it's also whatever. Sure.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Lock skis here. Lock skis there. Draw a card. Proliferate. Submit one. No, we were definitely hoping to not draw a land there. Yeah, let's try Ugin. Kill this. Uptick here.
Some solutions must be built.
I can't really Godfrey statue here, can I? We'll cultivate. Yep, kinda figured. Blast zone. Why did he have to... I'm so confused. Why tap the island? It was another thing that could have attacked.
The land fights for us.
Yeah, okay. Well, good for you, I guess. Yeah, well. Probably wouldn't have gone very well. Yeah, we can keep this. Normally this hand doesn't look like it'd be keepable, but with this turn to Symbiosis, it's actually not terrible, so... we'll pay 3 life. Play Grazer, triggers. Put Karn's Bastion into play. So we can go Bastion, Mind Stone. Okay, so the fact that there was a pause there tells me he has Force of Negation. Which he can't Force of Negate anytime soon. So, that's fun. If we draw a land, we can Ugin. Well, now he has mana up. So let's Karn.
I will defend my ally. My purpose is greater than myself.
Spyglass? Okay. So this hand's kind of crappy. Activate ability source from the chosen name can't be activated. I'll do Ugin the Spirit Dragon. Even though our own deck has Ugin. Sad Robot.
Evil cannot withstand a righteous army.
He got a very land heavy hand, which is very interesting for that deck. He only has one unknown. I think we risk it. He could force and negate this, if he so wishes. He would lose the game. But he can force and negate. Well, I guess if he had Growth Spiral, he wouldn't technically lose the game. Hello, opponent. I feel like if we had like a negate or a dispute, we would have done it by now. Yeah, I'll take on Spyglass.
Allow me to use you for favor.
I will. Uro, the Titan of Nature's Wrath. Sure. Can't quite Uro yet.
Stand down.
We'll get this cage.
Truth lies beyond vision.
Yeah, this is fun. Okay. Oh, nice 1-0. Alright, let's keep on keeping on. Excuse me. Our opponent goes first. Seems fun. Opponent mulligans. Opponent keeps 6. Drown Catacomb. I think they're playing Dimir Control. Yep, looks like Dimir Control. Cultivate. This could be a little tricky for us. Oh, never mind. I thought it was Demir control. Turns out it's a whole different beast. He might have a counter spell for this though. Nope. Okay. Why'd he bin Nissa? Strange. Anything worth down ticking for it yet? No. We're just up tick.
Awaken.
Nissa? Or search for Scanta? Sure. He chooses to keep it. Must be a good card. Should they attempt to aggressive? Unless it was a lion. You think he has like a bunch of spells in him?
I am not frightened by you.
Oh, okay. One, two. Statue. We're gonna see. Bunch of counter spells. What's in your hand? Growth Spiral? Sure. Alright, well that should set them back a little bit. Heartless Act. Sure. Okay, well I'm guessing our opponent is probably stuck on 4 lines. So it looks like they're playing Uro. Or Sultai. For a second, thought it was, well, Sultai's playing Search for Scanta now? If that's just like a individual choice, or if that's a, I mean, I guess it makes sense. The deck doesn't run a bunch of creatures, so I guess Search, Inactivated, or Flip Search for Scanta can find a good chunk of your deck. So I guess that kind of makes sense. I just didn't think it was playing that card. It does also add graveyard cards for Uro, so yeah, I could see it. It's also a grindy card, which is also the purpose of the Sultai Midrange deck, so alright. I don't know if I'm entirely sold on it. I don't know if it's that great, but it seems fun. Alright, so our opponent will more than likely take the play. Our opponent mulligans to 6, so I'm going to keep this in. Obviously, if our opponent has some kind of Thoughtseize, it's annoying, but I'm going to assume that he probably took out a good chunk of his... Well, that's not a turn 1 Thoughtseize. I'm going to hope that he took out a good chunk of his... Well, I guess had he Thoughtseized, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. So we're not going to bring in... maybe we do play the second one. So that smells like... Growth Spiral manas. Yep. Darn, he drew a black source. Then we're going to blast him, and then we're probably going to Solemn. Yeah, we're going to Sad Robot here. Gives us another green source. Do we have the Llanowar Elf swing in here? Probably, right? Oh, I guess he could have Shark Typhoon. Well, a little late now. I think he already declared blocks. Or he's in the declare block stage. So. Though our opponent's thinking about something. Maybe another Growth Spiral? Didn't he do that late? Yeah. But to say, he missed that. Guess we'll cultivate. It would use more mana. Guess we'll attempt Karn. He'll probably counter this, but that's okay. Yep. I'd rather him get his counter spells out of the way now, instead of having to deal with them later. Thoughtseize me. Pick away. My hand is chock full of threats. So Thoughtseize away. Why did you take... I have so many questions. Well, let's play this one. Negate. Sure. I guess that one can only be for one, so that's fun. Well, currently, we win this race, so that's nice. Mindstone. Sure. You are dead. Okie dokie. Currently 2-0. Alright. Let's keep on trucking through. Excuse me. God. Ah, there we go. The Taco Dwarf. That's a dope name. I would like to take the play, please. I would like to keep this in, although it definitely needs another land, but... A land off the top would be sick. Which one's this one? Oh, okay, sure. Getting in for one. Alright, so if we draw another land, we can Nissa next turn. It's kinda dope. Probably gonna have a hard time answering Nissa. Now, you can probably kill this, but... Revitalize. Oh, okay, not kill it, but he nullified the damage he just took. Ow. Definitely just going correctly there. Castle Lock Twain. Sure. Would you like to destroy the forest? That's also kind of annoying. Land off the top, please? Well, not quite a land, but it works similarly. this Orzhov Doom Foretold? Basilica Bell. I'll discard Nugan. That's a pretty good draw too. Preach, Ugin. Bathe in ghost fire. Seraph of the Scales. Sure. Can I Ulamog? Oh my god, I can. This is probably GG. No? Okay, opponent, I see you. Oh, there we go. Yeah, keep on trucking along. Just keep breathing and breathing. Opponent's probably playing like a more slow, grindy game, but I think I want to get further ahead than that. So yeah, this is much better. Been in Ugin. Yeah, it's not super better. It'd be nice if I had something to do on turn 2, but you know, Widowskis. Sure. That seemed kind of like a waste, but sure, you do you, opponent. Guess I could have played the turn timber there. Oh no, that just seemed kind of unnecessary. Nothing? Strange. I mean, if he kills this, it's also whatever.
I will rid you of your corruption.
Apparently, he'll rid us of corruption. That's nice of him. We'll get the God Pharaoh statue. Yeah, don't really care about that. Sure. Sure. Play Force in play. Play Force. Play that tomorrow. Ooh. No blocks. Revitalize. Sure. I'm gonna God Pharaoh set you here. Can I do both? 1, 2, let's see. 3, 4, 5. I can. More than likely. Get up this thing. Although I could also Ugin. I guess, yeah, if he killed it, then obviously I couldn't, but this is fun. He wants to use another removal spell to kill my forest. Whatevskis. Liliana Dreadhorde General. That's a bold card choice.
I do love a good
If I have a land
waste
and I kill
like
Liliana,
not.
well, I guess the Lord. Well, bye, Lily. I don't know if that Liliana play was worth it or not. You have a lot of lands too. Elspeth? Sure.
I will rend the sun from the heavens. Heliod will pay.
Okay. Someone's low.
Together we can exact justice.
Why didn't you play... Huh. Also strange. Big Daddy Yugen. Got a -4 here. Probably gonna kill this, but that's fine. I guess he can activate Roscoe's Contempt. Yeah, that's whatever. You got it. No Elspeth for you! I guess that's another kind of Elspeth. Murderous Rider. Sure. Five, six, seven. Results. No attacks? Huh. Strange. Surprised he didn't want to try to pressure. And got it for a statue. Not like it's really gonna do a lot here, but might do something. He has a lot of mana, so, but I guess still taxing him since he's drawing additional cards. I guess the tax isn't terrible either. So, but if he just keeps drawing lands, I should have double blocked. That was silly on my part. Yeah, I definitely should have double blocked there. That's my mistake. Sure. That and that. If I don't get additional cards, you, my friend, do not get to draw additional cards. Yeah, that's tilting. Anything in here worth bringing back? Yeah, I guess Leon's kind of worth it. If I put this to 5, which I currently can't do because I need like 8. Well, actually, I think I might be able to, but we'll see in a second. So we're off with the scales. Sure. So, Karn's Bastion. Not quite what we were looking for. Nissa. A few turns too late there.
Secrets manifest before you.
We will not fail. Rise, my elemental friend.
So he can get back Liliana Dreadhorde General. Sure.
I am the master here.
Can't quite ultimate her yet, so there's that. Okay.
From battle to the grave.
Guess he does get to draw quite a few cards.
Dead. They were a lousy servant anyway.
Was that worth it though?
Fight on
I
without
mean, you go in, you kill Uga, and Liliana dies. Oh, well, I guess not anymore. Need this Death Touch. Sure. There's another Ugin off the top. Sad robot. It's not quite what we were looking for. Those are trade skis. Some simulacrum. So they would trade. Huh. That's probably not gonna go super well for us. Alright, well. I don't think our opponent's deck is like super amazing. But it is what it is. Did they just concede? I'm not entirely sure what match we're on. It's either 4 or 5. Valga Expiration. That's a pretty dope card. I don't know. Let's see. We played against Simic Ramp, Sultai, our last opponent, Orzhov Midrange. I think this is match 4. Am I missing a match? I don't think so. This is either match 4 or 5. I don't know. I think this is match 4. But I'm over here doubting myself because I haven't the foggiest. Whiskey God. Now that's a good name. Na 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 na. We are waiting. Oh, they had the wolf like we do. Oh, that's dope. I do like the wolf. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we can keep this in. It's pretty dope. Thought sees me. Yep. Now, what are they gonna take here? Yeah, Wario grazing. I don't know if that's necessary. You know I'm gonna get there eventually. I guess if you have multiple thought seizes. Yeah, I don't care about that either. No, that's funny. I don't know if our opponent's thought seizes here were entirely correct. Looks like Rakdos Sacrifice. Four, five, six. Sure. Oh, shit. It's pretty good. That's 5, 6. Wish we did go up to like 8 this turn, but if he has a what's his face? I can't think of its name. Could he possibly be shocking in? Yeah. All right. Well, good for you. Nothing really here I super want, so. Oh, I guess Yasharn says that, doesn't it? Let's go. Bless him. This is a Vital Force. Separate. Take action. Force. I don't know if Grafdigger's Cage is as good against them as it is against the like full-on gen deck, but Mindstone. Interstate. Nissa.
Power surges through these lands.
Yeah, Congress.
The land fights for us.
Sure. Sure. He topped it. Probably not the best sign in the world. Land, sure. Bone Crusher Giant. Sure. I'll draw a card. Turn Timber Symbiosis. We'll lose another life, but this is fun. Cultivate. Mindstone. Now I could ultimate Nissa here and just start drawing a bunch of cards, but I think I'd rather be deploying threats. I'm going to cultivate. Forest.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
Yeah, he'll sacrifice it. Sure. He tops it. Sure. And then we're going to turn Timber Symbiosis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Castle Lock Twain. Sure. Do we want a Karn down tick? Hard to say. Chandra, Torch of Defiance. Sure. Yeah, 2 red mana and play Bone Crusher Giant.
I know. Yup, you're going down.
Sure. That's a very bold attack.
How rude.
Yeah, for real. That's also a very bold attack too. To get this. Put a counter. It's also a really good draw too. Alright, actually, let's cancel that.
Harness the elements.
Hugin.
Defy the designs of an elder dragon. Be gone!
Killed this. It's Karn Skis.
I have tasted worse than my I will not lose
Play the skis. This is equal to 3 skis. Up tip skis.
The land shall conquer you.
Smash skis. Guess it might have been reasonable to keep a blocker there, but maybe also not super reasonable. But one of his things would die. He'll probably kill off like Ugin. Yeah. Well, that's tilting. Well, you can't do it quite yet. Yeah. That's also very interesting as well. For me. Sure. Cultivate. Gender symbiosis. Oh my god, I whiffed. That's unfortunate. Oh, whatevs.
The land fights
And
for
uptick.
us.
Uptick. You can't activate Witch's Oven, so it's not actually a good game yet, buddy.
Oh, say hello to my little friend.
Sorry. But it's actually not a good game. But that was a nice try, though. You kill both of these, so I would take 3. But that's kind of fun. Whenever, yeah, so it counts tokens too. Sad robot, resolves, sure. Blood Earnest, resolves, sure. Down tick.
You will not threaten this world.
Something that gains a bunch of life. Shadow Spirit gains a bunch of life. Hey, Shadow Spear. Play Solemn Simulacrum. Put Force into play. Uptick Ugin.
Lies beyond vision.
To Cultivate. Force into play. Play Forest. Play Llanowar Elf. Uptick this Forest.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Equip skis. Bat skis. Why didn't you activate Castle Octwain at the instant? Strange. And now okay. I was like, every death I would take 2, but um, ooh, do 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 do, no, 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 no. This hand's not super great. We're gonna mulligan. It's also not great, but we'll keep it. Whoopin. Ugin, the Spirit Dragon, I guess. Wow, it's a lot of Thoughtseize our opponent seems to keep getting. Can you hurry up with your Thoughtseize, please? Sure. Sure. This is an interesting play. Rotting Rakdos. Fortunately, we definitely needed the land there. Alright, well. I guess if we don't draw a land next turn, we're probably dead, but... Discarded a Blood Crypt? Sure. Castle? Sure. No blocks. Mayhem Devil? Sure. Alright, well. Sure. It is unfortunate. Like I said, kinda needed a land there. Na. Oh, that's interesting. Alright. I think that's 3-1. I think. Or it might be 4-1. I don't know. We're gonna say it's 3-1. Or do one more match. Quick draw. Doo-doo, boop, boop. Opponent's on the play. It's a very risky hand, but it does ramp pretty well. We're gonna keep it. Gigantha. I think this is like a pseudo mirror. Yep, it's like a pseudo mirror. If we can get a Karn the Great Creator, shut him down pretty well. Mobilize District. He has Gigantha to his hand. Sure. Mindstone. I'm gonna cultivate from here actually. Not activating Maze Mind Tome. Interesting. Ether Hub. Sure. Hedron Archive. Sure. Ugin. Mindstone. Sad Robot. Try to get some of these lands out of our deck. Sure. You may draw a card. So he has 6, 7 mana. Well, okay. It's kind of fun, right? Do I care about that? Not entirely.
Secrets manifest before.
Definitely don't care about it now. Fortunately, he could follow up with his own Ulamog. Yeah, not quite though. A little bit harder for him to Ulamog now.
Of the multiverse obeys me.
Go get him, boys. Any block is kind of whatever. He gets his card. I'll draw my card. Play Maze Mind Tome. Play land for turn. Sure. No, granted. Well, he can't. For sure can't Ulamog us next turn. Like, there's no way. He can do that, though. I will give him that.
And fear are the seeds. Truth lies beyond vision.
Karn's Bastion.
Ether itself serves me.
All here. Except for you. Yeah. He only lost one Ugin. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If he goes land, he can Ulamog. I think he can sell Ulamog? Well, he had a black mana. Oh. He has what's his face. Yeah. Probably choosing even. Which is annoying. Yeah, it's actually not that bad. I get 3 Ugin triggers. Nissa Vital Force. Land. Sad Robot.
Secrets manifest before you. Peace is fragile and fleeting. Perish by flames not why beyond perception.
Sacrifice another one. That's pretty good. Sure. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, I can do both. Nissa.
I protect that which cannot protect itself. The land shall conquer you.
We'll hit that dragon. Block skis. Sure. So he gets that card. Sure. Lugan skis. Tick skis. Kill him. If I must. Maze Mind Tome. Sure. Sure. I could also ultimate Nissa. He is drawing a decent amount of cards. I will give him that. Excuse me. Sorry. Maze Mind Stone. Sure.
Do not test me.
My flame
Sure.
beyond perception. Do not ignore my draconic talent. Truth lies beyond vision.
Sad Robot. Actually, I'll do this. Draw cards first. Might as well. Nissa Vital Force. Awesome. So we require him to pay 2 mana. It would be a 5/5. Or yeah, so either way we'd be trading. I think either way I would take this trade. It's just less lands for him. I guess depending on which one he activates, but sure. Oh, well, nope, not necessarily. That was silly of me. And since that doesn't put counters on it, I can't do anything about that. That's fine.
Your efforts will not succeed.
He does have a bunch of cards in hand. Scavenger Grounds is what else. Does he have another one? Ugin. Karn.
I will destroy my past.
Okay, whatever. Yeah, you got it. If I can get an early Karn in play, our opponent's deck just kind of falls apart, so. And he can't really answer Karn, so. It's not really a Karn. His hand doesn't really do anything. I don't know if I want to mulligan to a Karn, but I definitely want to mulligan to something a little bit more aggressive than that. We'll keep this though. We'll bin Ugin. I'm definitely hoping to draw a land, otherwise we're just gonna sit here and do nothing. End on the top, please. Well, there is the Karn, so whatevs. If we draw a land, we're fine. Mindstone, sure. Alright, well, we're probably now just dead. Karn the Great Creator, sure. Forsaken Monument. Which he can now play that next turn, so that's awesome. Hopefully, he just doesn't have anything to play with it yet.
I am proud
But whatever. Whatevskis. Alright. So I definitely prefer the colorless version more. But this version is definitely not bad. Went 3-2. Which isn't bad. I probably would make some changes to the sideboard overall. But I think the deck's pretty decent. The idea of just playing a bunch of like ramp cards, and then just playing a large top end threat. Will usually get you there. Both of our losses were to mana screws, which is kind of funny, given that this is a ramp deck, so it's kind of hysterical. But it's kind of what it is. Uh, but like I said, overall, I think the deck's pretty decent. So that's um, it for this video. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and leave a comment. So, YouTube folks, thank you for watching. Hopefully, I will see you in another YouTube video.